Hello, hello. Chainsaw Man chapter 190 came out today, and we are going to talk about it. So, the chapter opens with the aging devil appearing to be trapped in darkness, surrounded by stars. And he wonders if he's been eaten by Chainsaw Man, by Pochita, like he wanted to be. But as he think that to himself, Pochita kind of emerges from the darkness, the shape of Pochita, and from him a voice came out, and it's this guy talking, the human that was trapped in the aging devil's world for 82 years. So he talks through Yoshida's, or not Yoshida, Pochita's mouth, and he blames him for Yaguchi and George. Now, we don't know who Yaguchi and George are, but we can maybe assume that they are the two trees that Denji ate, because he killed exactly two tree people the past couple chapters, which this guy was trying to protect. So, and we know that this guy used to hallucinate with trees. So, those two are probably Yaguchi and George. But anyways, the human curses the aging devil for sending Denji to their world. And as he says that, it is revealed that they are not trapped in space or the oblivion or the void, but they are surrounded by tentacles. And the little stars are the suction cups, the pores of the tentacles. And the human emerges from Pochita's mouth and grabs the aging devil to pull him back into his world. So the first couple pages of this chapter was a little confusing. I had to read it 3 to 4 times to really get what's going on. So for those that are still kind of confused, I made a little drawing diagram to kind of explain, maybe help people get it easier. So this is the octopus devil. She bursted through, she was summoned by Yoshida and bursted through the roof of the building that they're in. And underneath the building are the characters. The tentacles kind of covered off Pochita and the aging devil by themselves, while Fumiko, the other hunters, and probably the politicians are outside of the tentacle bubble, tentacle barrier. So within the tentacle barrier, the aging devil and Pochita are facing each other. The aging devil is still confused by what's going on because he just got blinded by the tentacles, as you do. And while that's happening, the human came out of Pochita's mouth to grab the aging devil and pull him back into their world, the world that devil powers don't work in. So there are some questions, like why did the human agree to do this for them? And they can't really threaten him with physical violence in the other world. So presumably maybe they threatened to kill, chop down more tree people, and he doesn't want that. So we don't know. But they somehow got him to agree to help them out. Ba-ba-ba. Or actually, I think he just maybe felt betrayed by the aging devil for sending Denji there, because he was going on the spiel about how he thought they were chosen by the aging devil specifically. And then he, whatever. Although it is kind of inconsistent with his original spiel, where he, exposition, where he told Asa that he just one day was got, like, kidnapped by the aging devil. I guess that's not really inconsistent, but he's been there for 80 something years. He went a little crazy here and there. But anyways, the Yoshida desummons the octopus devil, and we now see, well, I guess I have another part 2 to the diagram where Asa and Yoshida shoves the guy down Denji's mouth. And the guy is in his tidy whities, so Denji got a full taste of the buttocks. But anyways, Yoshida desummons the octopus devil, and before we jump back to the aging devil's world, we see Fumiko finishing off some of these surviving devil hunters, perhaps because she doesn't want them to be witnesses to her powers. And of course, there's also the politicians. As, commonly asked, people often wonder, are the politicians okay? Because they're old, they are nearby, and the building just exploded around them. So it's possible that some of the most powerful people in Japan just passed away from that. But anyways, onto the aging devil's world. The guy pulls the aging devil into his world, bringing back the finance minister with him, because the aging devil was sitting on him the whole time. Yoshida greets him, and then he ponders about the world, the aging devil's world, canceling even the aging devil's powers. And they make a ultimatum with the aging devil, where they either sign a contract where they return Denji, Asa, Yoshida, and this guy to their world, and to never fight again. Or Denji will stay with the aging devil for an eternity, torturing him with his existence. So, we don't see the answer from the aging devil, but we can imply that he was scared of being stuck with Denji, so he agreed to send them back. Now, something strange is that Yoshida acted like this is the first time that he's met the aging devil, and the aging devil doesn't dispute that. And in the past couple chapters, couple discussions, actually the past 15 at this point, we went over that there are some hints that Yoshida might know the aging devil from some stuff he says, and one of the inside covers of the volumes. But so there are a couple possibilities. Either they are just pretending to not know each other in front of Denji, or Yoshida contracted the aging devil to forget him, or Yoshida made himself forget the aging devil, or it's just an abandoned plot point. Fujimoto realized he doesn't really want to keep this up, so he just changed his mind on that, which is possible. There are a lot of abandoned plot points, even in part 1. But regardless, actually, I went back to look at the Japanese version of this chapter as well, and because sometimes there are translation discrepancies, some context lost in the languages. But in this case, not really. In fact, it's even more clear in Japanese, because Yoshida says hajimemashite, which is only used when you first meet someone. So it's not like a meet again kind of thing. He does mean that for him, this is the first time he's meeting the aging devil. But anyways, the guys break out, or they're freed from the aging devil's world, as previously mentioned, and they're hungry, so they go to a cafe to eat. Being joined by Fami as well, because she was nearby. And I went back to check, and it's not the same cafe as the other 2 times where Yoshida invited Denji and then Fami to talk about some stuff. Presumably, this cafe is no longer around because in chapter 122, that's when the Falling Devil attacked, and this cafe was kind of nearby. So, this cafe might be destroyed. But anyways, Fami joins the gang. Fumiko leans over to share a menu with Yoshida. Kinda cute. Fami has her own menu, but she leans to Asa's menu anyways. And Denji's reading his own because he doesn't like any of them. Understandably so. But regardless, we see the world around them, because before we jump to the cafe, we kind of see a montage of these civilians just killing these chainsaw zombies. And one of the chainsaw zombies gets into the cafe but was quickly stabbed to death by a random guy. And Yoshida comments that it's wonderful that they get to return to their regular lives. We also see the guy, the human from the Aging Devil's world. He's been out for maybe an hour, couple minutes, dozens of minutes, and he's already found a job as a construction worker. So this is the hardest working man in all of Japan, and possibly the world. And the chapter ends with the finance minister being left in the Aging Devil's realm. In an ironic way, he gets what he wanted, because previously he asked for immortality. He wanted to erase aging altogether. He was greedy for longer life, and now he gets all of it, but trapped by himself, alone, in solitude. And that's the end of the chapter. Let's see. So, quite a... I would say we got some... It's a pretty lengthy chapter, but not too much to talk about aside from just, I think, Yoshida and his relationship, or the lack of relationship, with the Aging Devil. Also just the beginning, like trying to figure out what's happening from the start. But yeah, let's see if we have any comments this week. The tree hugger develops Stockholm Syndrome. Instead of taking accountability, he blames the Aging Devil for bringing Denji. Well, I think he's just mad at, like... He's upset at the fellow trees being killed from a couple chapters ago. I think that's what's up with him. But either way, he's upset at the Aging Devil. The Aging Devil in the dark at the beginning felt like it went from hunter to now being hunted. That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. This is a shocking contrast from previous primordial devil fights. Darkness and Fall Devil left Denji's world damaged. This time the world is left broken and everything is back to how it started. Yes. Ooh. Well, I would say Darkness Devil wasn't really... The Darkness Devil never really, like, went into Denji's world ever. So I would say that's a bit of a difference there. Let's see. Also, Denji comes back. Actually, did I miss a comment? No, I didn't. Denji comes back more confident, even though he is all alone. He is so confident to the point he is eating with all his enemies. Poetic justice on the old politician. He was willing to sacrifice kids to live a little longer. Yes, we covered that. But yeah, speaking of the primordial devil fights, I do think that, I do like that the Aging Devil wasn't, like, physically killed. It kind of preserves the mystique of the Aging, or the primordial devils, a bit. And that even though you can outsmart them, you can't physically defeat them. So that's something I really liked. Da-da-da. Let's see. Poetic. Oh, yeah. Da-da-da. Yes. Hilarious how the aging devil was willing to lose the fight than to live with Denji in the mirror world. Yeah, so Denji kind of, I guess, used what he learned from the Eternity Devil fights with the aging devil, threatened them with the opposite of a good time. Love my take on the Fumiko video. She is the opposite of Asa. They share more than one mindset. The pigtail. Yeah, thank you. It's actually, I wasn't too happy with the video myself, to be honest, because it was like, I started like the script maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and then recorded like Friday and over the weekend. So kind of rushed by my standards, because I take one video for me takes a year to do. So doing a video in 1 week, very rushed by my standards. But at least it's better than not getting it out. And I am kind of happy that this chapter didn't ruin anything I predicted for the Fumiko video. So I get 2 weeks to be safe from being wrong and being shamed. But yeah. Let's see, pigtails on the front versus the back. Yeah, I still don't know what like a twin tail versus a pigtail is. Are they the same thing? Because I feel like twin tails are more used in the anime and manga, whereas pigtails are just like real life. Or can you call like pigtails twin tails too? Are they just like the same thing? Or I'm not really getting the hairstyle names, to be honest. But anyways, sorry for all the comments. Nah, you good. I appreciate comments. Gives me something to bounce off of. Let's see. The guy went from tree hugger to picking up wood to make buildings. Yeah, that's a good touch too. Good shout. But yeah, overall, pretty good chapter. I really enjoyed the first few pages. The mystique of like the not really mystique, but like the what would you call it? The tonal shift of like the aging devil in a void, like in a galaxy of stars, and then the Pochita reveal. I think when this gets animated in like 2032, absolute fire. But anyways, that's about all I have to cover for now. We did cover a solid amount. But yeah, unfortunately, a break next week. So next chapter will be coming out on January 28th, I think. I'm doing some mental math. 7 plus 7 plus 14. Yeah, that checks out. So next chapter, January 28th, 2 weeks. I will see you guys then.